All right. Perfect. So, Jeremy, thank you for joining me today, mate. So, we were on a group call in a mastermind call, and there was a couple of things that you mentioned, not in any other way. I think basically came up about myCRMSIM, and you mentioned just in the background that I knew you were using it, but you mentioned the speed that you were getting it set up, and also the fact that you're using SIMs in Australia from other countries to text out of Australia to another
Right.
country with a local number. And there's also another thing which I'll mention in a minute about how you are the person, even though we've used SIMs for a couple of years, you told me about an amazing plan that you can use in Australia that works out to be like $5 a month. So before we kind of dive into that, do you want to just explain quickly what you do? Because you're not
Yeah,
actually an agency as such. You're using this for your own business. So you do have a couple of agency clients, I believe.
yeah,
But just introduce yourself. What do you do, and what you're using high level in myCRMSIM for?
sure. So, hi everyone. Thanks for having me, Gary. So, my name is Jeremy, and I'm a buyer agent, essentially helping overseas investor to purchase real estate in Australia. And I found Go High Level about a year ago, and I
Mhm.
started using it, and I found very big problem with making it scalable is because of the SMS cost here in Australia, because it's like 10 cents per text message. So that has been like the biggest, what do I say, roadblock, not using it widely enough. And with the rollout of AI, I was like, I have to solve this. So when Gary come out with myCRMSIM, I was like, I jump on it. I think I was the second
You're customer number
lifetime.
two.
Yeah,
All right.
customer
Yeah,
number two,
customer
a
number two.
lifetime
You
deal. I
are.
was like, I was on the first call and I was like, where's the
Yep.
link? Give me the link.
Yeah, you signed up before we'd finished, but someone else
Yeah,
just pipped you to the post.
that's right. That's right. I think it was another guy in French or something like
Yeah,
that.
Thomas. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, so I've been using it for myself personally, also starting because I have a few agency client under my account, and I've starting rolling it out for them. In the past, I've just basically tell them, SMS is very expensive. Try not to go overboard with it. If you go overboard, I'll just pass on that cost to you. But since the introduction of myCRMSIM, they've been very happy. They've been blasting it essentially, not blasting in the sense that we'll
Yeah.
get the SIM got blocked, but you know what I mean.
Respectfully using it as in
Of
like
course, you
using
can
SMS
go
for the
up to
sake of move.
300, 400 SMS a day. Where in the past, if they do that, their Twilio bill would be like $1,000 a month.
Yeah. And how
Yeah.
like well, we know
Now
the
it's like $30.
$30. Exactly. Right.
Yeah,
That's with the phone, with the SIM plan. With our plan,
correct,
it's like about
correct,
30 odd dollars
correct,
cost. So
correct.
$1,000 a month or $30 a month.
That's right.
You decide,
So
right?
when I
So
pitch them, essentially I tell them like, if you give me the money to buy the phone and I charge you a setup fee, I think like $150 or something like that, you can use it for $30 and you go unlimited days like straight away. Say, here's the money. But then one thing, they want to keep their own phone number for a period of time. That's the grace period to
like their
essentially
previous one.
correct.
Yeah, which is understandable because you want things to
Which is
transfer.
understandable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. So the thing that picked me or picked my interest quickly when we were talking on the mastermind thing. So you talk about setting up the phones and people go, oh, that
Yeah.
sounds like a hassle. And, so just to frame this quickly. So in Australia, we have something very similar to the US called reg bundles, which means that
Correct.
you have to get company documentation, you have to submit it. If
SIP
you do it
record.
yeah,
Yep.
if you do it right, you can pretty much get those turned around in 24 hours. Like
Correct.
that's certainly possible. US with A2P, I don't know too much about that because we're not in the US,
No.
but I believe if you do that correctly in America, you can get that turned around in 24 hours if you get it right. I know a lot of people struggle with that anyway, and they get rejected and it doesn't work. But what you said on the call, so this is with, and I want to preface this for everyone. So this is with taking a phone out of the box and setting everything up from scratch, getting connected to sending your first text. How quickly have you got that down to with a phone?
7 minutes. And then like I think the first 5 minutes were just waiting for the phone to load up,
Yeah.
asking a few questions, asking for the PIN number and all of that. The rest was like, because I've done it a couple of times, so I time myself like with the fifth time I'm doing it, it's like 7 minutes.
So for everyone else, so if you were to set up from scratch and say,
I would say about 10, 15.
10, 15,
But
let's call it
yeah,
30, we'll be generous.
30. I mean, like if you can batch processing it, like if you
Yeah.
got 5 phones lying around, you can do it. And then 30 minutes, you can activate 5 phones in one go. What happened is like you divide that by 5, that would be about what, 6 minutes?
Yeah.
So you beat me.
But compare that to, I mean, even just like doing the reg bundles, putting it all in. I know when we say it's 24 hours as a minimum for getting a number through Lead Connect or Twilio, I mean, it's not 24 hours of work, but it's still certainly a good chunk of time considering the documentation you have to get from a client, upload it, do that. Like you're looking at a few hours of work.
Just the conversation is flow a bit different now as well. Because with this, we just don't even have to bring up SMS costs. We was like, just charge you $50 a month. It's unlimited. Go for it.
And also what you're doing as well, because you are using SIM cards. So you're in Australia, you're in Sydney.
Yes.
So, yeah. You're in Sydney.
I'm in Adelaide.
Adelaide, sorry, mate.
Yeah.
So in Adelaide, no one outside of Australia will know where that is. So we'll call it Sydney, you're in Australia. But so you're using SIM cards from eSIMs from Vietnam.
Yep.
And you have the phone here in Australia.
Correct.
But you are SMSing overseas
using a Vietnamese number.
Using a Vietnamese number, so like a local number for Vietnam.
Correct.
But your phone and everything, you hold it all here. So do you just want to kind of explain to people how you are actually doing that?
It's very similar to the process I think you did a live a few days ago in the US when you can buy a US SIM, eSIM.
Yep.
Very similar process. Did have to cheat a bit because the process of buying it on the internet is a bit slower. So I asked one of my cousins, just, grab your ID card, go over to SIM, get me a few eSIM. He sent the QR code over, managed to scan that and set everything up here. And I have to change a few settings on the portal of the carrier in Vietnam, just which turn on roaming to allow the SMS to work. And
And once you've got that roaming on, so and this is an important point, is you've got that on, so you're not paying any roaming fees. You're just using it exactly the same as if you were in Vietnam, basically. So
what happened is if you turn off 4G, connect to Wi-Fi, turn off 4G to make sure that you don't get charged for the roaming fee. Connect to Wi-Fi, the SMS would still work, and then all of that communication with Lead Connector app, I think, would be over Wi-Fi.
And just out of interest, I should have actually asked you this question before because I don't actually know what the answer is here. Can you get a number in Vietnam in Lead Connector or Twilio? Is it even possible to get one? Or
you can, but
you can?
The same thing process. I think it's about $12.
So $12 to buy a number?
Buy a number, but then there's also a reg bundle kind of process.
Okay.
Because they monitor they monitor all of the carrier number. The
and then the cost per SMS?
Cost per SMS is roughly about 12 cents.
12?
Yeah.
US or Australian?
12 cents US.
12 cents US per SMS?
From memory, yes. So that's why I didn't even bother looking into it. So before myCRMSIM, all of my marketing has always been about email and then just direct people into an app called Zalo, which is like similar to WhatsApp. Yeah.
And what's the cost of a SIM card from Vietnam?
Vietnam is about $150,000, so it's about $10.
So $10.
Yeah.
So $10 for pretty much unlimited SMS versus 12 cents per SMS and $12 a month for the number.
Correct.
So
essentially you're getting it cheaper than a phone number and stuff.
Yeah. So you save $2 straight away.
Correct.
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
The setting up process has been like seamless. Like I think I've seen some other solution, but the setting up process, when I read into it, I was like, it's way too complicated for what it need to be.
Yeah.
So I just pass that on and I'll wait for your solution and you deliver.
Yeah, that was one of our main goals, is just like make it simple. So we've got pretty much, it's kind of like 5 clicks that you need to go through and do and connect, download the app, say yes, scan it in, and it's just seamless and it's super, super easy. That was one of our main goals. Like that was my vision for, and fortunately I've got some very cool developers who are wizards, I will call them. But yeah, they really delivered on the vision. So I think that's really, really cool. And talking about costs as well, so I have to give you a shout out. I think I already did do a video in our group. For
yeah, you did. I should have done that video, but I'm sorry, I was too busy. And then you asked me, but
no, it's all right. But I wanted to give you the props for it, because what's really been amazing is like as part of the whole group now is like, you started doing things and you were getting eSIMs from Vietnam, and stuff like other people doing other things and stuff that we haven't done in our agency because we just use it, in Australia with clients, local SIM numbers, quite easy, quite simple. So people are doing other things now. And one thing that you did, which I've never done, is any SIMs that we used to buy or we buy, then we just buy it, we set it up, and we just have it on a credit card paying each month, and we just pay, and that was it.
$22, yeah.
Yeah. And then you pointed out to me that there was a long-term plan with a mySIM that was $60 for the year, unlimited SMS.
So, how many SaaS clients do you have?
Well, we've got a few phones sitting down here. So you saved us a few bucks every month, I'll say that.
I think more than that.
Yeah, but it's just the pure fact. And what I love is that you did that, you found that. So then we share that with the group, and everyone's like, oh, wow. So when you're looking at $60 a year, I mean, it's like $5 a month. You just pay $60 and you're done. For $60 to be done. This is in Australia, by the way. So anyone who's watching this is one that Tan found. I'm sure there are other deals, and if other people, in other countries tell us what they are, we'll share that with the groups. But to have unlimited SMS for $60 for the year is just incredible, right? So yeah, we changed all our plans today. We're like, thank you, Tan.
You changed.
Amazing. So yeah.
Did you tell your client that or not really?
No.
Nah.
No, but we don't tell our clients mostly anyway. Like we just tell our clients and say, hey,
which means that the saving is like margin.
Yeah, it's but it's just margin for us. But yeah, for clients,
it doesn't make a difference.
No, and most of our clients, we just bundle the phone and the SMS into the plan. Just say, hey, yeah, this is our plan. This is what we do, and there's unlimited SMS. Does that sound good? And they go, yeah. So they don't even need to know what we're using at the end of the day, because that's not what they care about. They care about the end result. The speed to lead. Can we get messages out to clients?
I actually got one of the client come to me, and he knows it's high level in the back end. He knows it's high level. I told him it's high level, but it's like a skeleton. I built it the way I want it. And my offer is unlimited SMS. And he was like, that's interesting. And I signed that client that way.
Good add-on, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So I think that's very true. Like any people that are using, high level, if you've got to have a differentiator in there.
Correct.
And this is a really, really good one.
Yep.
So on a final note, what would you say to anyone? I mean, you're customer number 2.
100% jump on it, because I don't know, good thing like this from experience, one day you never know. But keep using it, keep pushing it.
All right. Awesome, mate. Thank you so much, Tan. Thank you for your input. Thank you for everything that you've shared with us. Thank you for what you're doing, and just keep on giving us feedback, mate, so that we can just keep getting better and keep on going.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And
thanks, mate.
Good luck with your SaaS journey.
Cheers, mate. Bye.